Hello, I'm Solaj Alfred. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Prime Minister and Minister for National Security, Philip J. Pierre, launched a special campaign in the wake of the eruption in deadly violence in Beaufort. 7 people were killed from Thursday 9th to Saturday 11th March, with some of the killings suspected to be reprisals for alleged crimes of relatives. Prime Minister Pierre ordered the Royal St. Lucia Police Force to take all legal and ethical means to stop the violence. The Prime Minister also secured the assistance of the regional security system and enacted legislation to further empower the police to address the upsurge in violent crime. The measures have so far quelled the situation in Beaufort. So we ask, do you expect the measures undertaken by the Prime Minister to bring the crime levels under control and succeed in the long run? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
I think it's very good because honestly I'm scared myself. I'm seeing that as though the criminals are taking over. And now for a while I've been saying why they didn't bring the RSS and bring all the regional policemen or whatever. Because as though to me people are afraid. Beaufort used to be nice, thriving, people want to go to Beaufort. But now everybody is scared of going to Beaufort. And we can't blame governments or any people. It's the criminals now that must have something different, and innocent people are dying, and it's very pathetic. I don't understand what is happening, and the measures are good.
Bon, ça il travaille. Ça gouvernement fait qu'il travaille, mais c'est pour ces polices là qui ici, ils pour être plus passer les rôles là de ça pour être ici. Puis si on prend un mois, 2 mois pour partir, pour qu'ils s'abattent, plein plus qu'ils fait toujours. Situation à bon gouvernement est bon. In fact, tout ça gouvernement maintenant supporté.
Yes, I believe it will work, and it's a good thing that they have the police officers out there in the streets to cut down on the crime in St. Lucia.
I think it's a short-term measure. It's a short-term strategy. It's very good for a short term. At least Beaufort and the other areas will be cool for now. But I think we need something that is more long-term, something that's more sustainable. I applaud the PM for at least reacting fast, so that we can organize that thing that's in Beaufort right now. Because I myself am afraid to go to Beaufort right now. But last week I was in Beaufort. I believe the thing is really cooling out now because of the RSS and those fellows that's coming down. So I'm saying again, short term is good, but long term PM think about something else.
It won't work in the long run. It's just for short term. Because these fellas have the guns, so long as you owe them, they will always come behind you. They go hide for now. If it was a long term, then it would work.
I believe so to an extent, but when you look at whatever is going on, I believe it's a spiritual thing, and we need to give much time to praying and fasting and calling upon God. I believe we can shut down the nation for one day and call a prayer and fasting, calling upon God as to direct us what to do concerning our nation, concerning the crime that is going on there. So I think it will be a good thing if we just shut it down one day for praying, everybody stay in their own community or wherever they are and call upon God. I think this is the best thing when we depend and we trust in God.
Yeah, I support the Prime Minister for what he's doing to put everything in place, because that situation is very crucial, preventing from people from going and make their shopping or whatsoever.
Oui. Because the plan pour police, c'est because c'est pour la garde sur mon cause d'animaux. Ça se stop. They have to stop. Ça va faire bien. So si you pattern, they have to defeat them.
It will work, but we have to keep it on, off and on. Then we see what's going, because Beaufort need a change, because there are people at business place. They want to make $1, and at the end of the day, they're going to make $1 because of the crime happening. And so I hope the police officers are there doing a good job, and what the Prime Minister do, I appreciate that. But I just want the ghetto youths in Beaufort, or not Beaufort alone, the whole of St. Lucia, to calm down.
So when we look at actually those who we claim to be committing the crime, usually are persons who are socially, economically distraught. So we have to answer to these kinds of socio-economic situations. But presently, I'm of the view that we do not care. We probably live on the top of a hill and we think that the criminals are at the bottom of the hill and that we are immune from them. But I tell people, check it out. These same people we call criminals at the bottom of that hill will climb that hill and decalé us. Okay, yes, I think to a certain extent it will work, but it needs to go beyond that. We need to emphasize the socio-economic concerns, aspects, and the causes of what we are presently reaping today.
Well, the idea seems to be a good idea, but my experience with working with the law enforcement officers and military deployment personnel within the Caribbean during the U.S. invasion in Grenada in 1983, I saw how members of the RSS behave, and I don't have much confidence in them. So I think the PM mentioned about the French. I think the French law enforcement agency would have a better precedence or a better understanding of how to deal with that situation here.
Do you think it will work in the long run, the measures put in place?
Well, yes, the measures to seek outside force is a good measure. And I think that if you have the right set of people, you know, the people who know how to deal with gang violence, I think it will be okay.
Thanks for those responses. Now to our new discussion. The opposition United Workers' Party has now put its executive in place following months of internal turmoil, some of which spilled out into the public via social media. Alain Chastanet was nominated unopposed, so was his first deputy, Guy Joseph, and the other members of the executive, which include former President of the Senate, Janine Girodi McIntyre, as General Secretary, Dominic Fede as second deputy leader, and Therol Prudent, chairman. This team is expected to carry the United Workers' Party to the next general elections. Some of the members of the UWP who were advocating for a change in the party's leadership have been sidelined, with Alain Chastanet tightening his grip on the party. So we ask, do you expect the opposition United Workers' Party to become a united force before the general elections? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.